Good evening, everybody. Hey, and welcome again to a new episode of MySTREAMy Brony Theater 4000, where we stay crunchy even when submerged in water. I'm here tonight again with my associate Justin Sprower, the concert cruiser, and oh my goodness, what happened?
What?
Apparently I'm shrunken to the one side of the screen. Yeah, it's perfectly starting out better than last week, isn't it? Yes? Have we messed up? I think we messed up. Did we mess up? I can't tell. Let me just make sure the voices are working. Again to a new episode of Brony Theater 4000. I'm starting to get some interference on my end of the stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look, here's the situation, okay? I'm just gonna take over Justin. You kind of blanked out there for a second. Anyway, as I was saying, listen, today, we're having a little bit of an issue right now where we're having a little bit of an issue right now that was, okay, hold on. Are we still there? Okay, good. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Listen, last week we had a little bit of technical issues, and we're gonna be making up for it by using just audio once in a while. The video output seems to be having a little bit of issues right now. We apologize for the inconvenience, and you know, we want people to hear our voices and make sure things are coming in clear. If it's not, please just let us know in the chat box or something like that. So yeah, we again apologize for this inconvenience, because yeah, it's really kind of annoying to us.
Yeah.
Like,
we wanted to see our pretty faces, and you were all supposed to be in bikinis, but we didn't get to see you.
No,
either,
that was
so.
last week. Last week was where everyone was supposed to be in bikinis, and but this time it's like, please don't fail me, please don't fail me, please don't fail me. I mean, the graveyard shift suggested we switch to Facebook, but you know, we can't do all the crazy stuff we do on this show on Facebook.
We do crazy stuff on this.
Yeah, I mean, like, there was that one time when we did the crazy thing.
Which was?
It was the one that involved us with the pie. Remember, I got the pie, you said you didn't want any pie, and then we got into this weird argument, and then we had all these moments where things were going crazy.
Sure, we'll go with that.
So, like, yeah, there's going to be a huge thing going on here. So, yeah, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this one. It's going to be a little dull, so it's sad because I wanted to show you this thing. You see this thing I'm holding here, Justin? You see this thing I'm holding in my hand?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you see how amazing it looks? Like, I really wish I could show you this thing that the audience can't see.
It would look better in mine.
Oh yeah, it would not. What? Oh my god.
Yeah, it would look better in my hands.
I'm gonna put the thing on there so people come in and wonder what's going on. Well, you know, like, that's the thing about this thing. Like, you know, when we have these things here, I don't know what happened. I think I like have to work on the RAM modifications on my laptop or something like that. But other than that, it's just weird. I mean, like, look at this. People are looking at just a stream of Twilight Sparkle looking like she's dehydrated.
Yeah. But to be fair, I have seen podcasts that are done like that on YouTube.
Well, that's what a podcast is. It's just a still image where everybody's looking at stuff. And of course, they're not wearing bikinis, but you know, it's just everybody's looking at stuff and just knowing what to do. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I mean, like, you know, I'm just having the freak out again. You know, it's just me. I have to go all over the place here. I mean, I'm looking at the thing here. It says video output low. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain the smooth streaming, as such viewers will experience buffering. What the fuck?
What they want? Like they want us to wave our arms around or something?
No, they can't see you wave your goddamn arms around. So what should we?
It says it needs more video. I don't know. I don't understand what it means.
What?
I don't understand what it means when they say they need more video.
No, it says it's not receiving enough Oh yeah, it is. Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's the output setting or something like that. Like, it worked before.
Well, anyway, this week in ponies, Evan did not see. It was the third Equestria Gold shorts. This one was called Mirror Magic. I'm not going to spoil it for dear Evan.
Yeah.
but it is the one where Sunset Shimmer goes back to Equestria. And she just goes there to retrieve something, and brings Starlight Glimmer with her. And I have to admit, I really liked the human design of her. The clothing, for some reason, just works.
Sorry, what were you talking about again?
That she... What's that?
What were you describing again? That you're not supposed to be spoiling to me now?
I'm just telling... I'm not telling you how the story goes. I'm telling you what Starlight Glimmer's human counterpart wears.
Well, great. Now I know what Starlight Glimmer's human counterpart is in the episode. Thanks a lot, buddy.
It's already on Facebook.
I didn't know. I didn't see anything like that on Facebook, believe it or not.
I sent it to you.
No, you didn't.
You little bitch.
Last night you sent me. We were just trying to make stuff for a project, quote unquote.
No. This was way earlier, like when those pictures first surfaced. This wasn't recent. This was like maybe a few months ago.
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
You little turd.
Hey, look, there's an
Either
NES
way...
Hey, look, an NES emulator was just discovered in the Nintendo Switch.
What?
Someone just posted an article here. It said there's an NES emulator hidden inside the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Anyway, yeah, Starlight Glimmer does in fact go back. The design they made of her, I thought, was very appropriate. It looked a little, like, how should I say this? Street, we'll say. Like a bit urban.
The word you're looking for is breakin'.
Breakin'?
Breakin'. You ever seen the movie Breakin' about the breakdancers?
No.
Cool. It spawned a sequel with the famous sequel tagline Electric Boogaloo. Sorry, what were you talking about?
But anyway, the hat, the watch, the pants that had the little rips in them, it just seemed to work for some reason. And considering what she did in when we first saw her in season 4, it just seemed kind of appropriate for some reason. Can't quite put my finger on it. My favorite scene, though, is probably Starlight Glimmer going back to Equestria and trying to get used to being a pony again. And that's as far as I will take it as far as describing what goes on, because, again, Evan hasn't seen it. Won't say anything about the story, but from watching all 3 of these shorts, I wonder if this is leading to an actual series, because it plays out like a TV pilot.
Look, I'm just going to be honest here. They had several chances to make an Equestria Girls series, and now that's the chance and now they're losing it the more longer they wait. If they want to do it, they need to do it.
Who the fuck are you to say that?
Me. You haven't been... When the second Equestria Girl movies came out, they were teasing for another series by showing that Sunset was writing to Twilight. And the third movie... And since then, people were starting to see like different things for Equestria Academy, or like high school girls something spree swimsuit.
I actually, I know what you're talking about, because I did speak to Jason Thiessen, the supervising director of the show at the time, about that during his panel, and he surprisingly didn't know anything about it.
Well, apparently maybe it's because he wasn't part of merchandise. It was only showing up on merchandise, from what I know.
But either way, I don't know why they waited this long. Probably because they were working on the My Little Pony movie. For all I know,
for 5
either way,
years.
What?
How long? When did Rainbow Rocks come out?
I think maybe like 2014. I think.
2014.
I think.
I was like. Changes. Things change.
Huh?
What?
The point is that, Evan, who are you to say, when, where, and why? Things happen, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the best. Catwoman.
The Catwoman movie? What?
like if you remember, that movie was in development hell for like 5 years.
Yeah, and they didn't get like the original
Tim Burton Batman movie.
Yeah, was it Angelina Jolie that was in that movie? I forget.
It was Halle Berry.
Halle Berry and Danny DeVito as the most disgusting penguin you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, but no, Halle Berry's the one who played Catwoman in the Catwoman movie. Who was Catwoman in the Tim Burton Batman? I don't know. But now I didn't see that movie. I saw Doug Walker's Nostalgia Critic review of it.
I think we all did.
And
truth be told, I don't remember it even coming out. Honestly,
it is horrible. But the best thing though about that movie that happened because of that movie was Halle Berry's Razzie acceptance speech.
Which was
that it was hysterical. I think she was actually the first celebrity to show up to receive their award. And she did, it was like a total parody of when she won an Oscar for her performance in the very same year. No less.
It was a good.
She like comes up on stage and she starts to cry. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. It's not like I ever aspired to be here.
I would do the same thing, honestly. Honest to God, I would totally do the same thing.
So would I. And she holds up the Oscar and goes, "No, I don't have to get this back. It's got my name on it."
Yeah, that's right, because when in the Oscars they only give you like a replicant. They like send the winners like something there in advance or something. I mean, if I won a Razzie, I'd totally go up there and give an acceptance speech. Would you? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, hey, you won something. I mean, like it's bad, but you know.
It's not even just that, but she was like the first person to have the balls to do what no male actor has done. She actually accepted a Razzie for being the worst. But she was dragging everybody down with her because of that movie. Like, she actually brought her manager on stage. It's like, thank you so much for thinking of me. But if I ever get to do a movie again, maybe you should read the script first. Just counting the zeros behind the one doesn't really help.
Funny thing is that she was not even that bad in that movie, honestly.
No, I mean, like Doug Walker said, I mean, there's nothing nobody could have done to save this role. The fact, Halle went out, she gave it her all, and for what she had to do, it was fine. No part of her performance felt like she was mailing it in, as they say. And because of that acceptance speech, she is my favorite actress. Because it takes a lot of balls to do that, and there's only
a girl.
And only one other person or celebrity has also done that. And I believe that was Sandra Bullock.
Oh my God, Sandra Bullock. Funny thing is that, what I was gonna say was that do you know what I hate that Doug Walker does? How he constantly like nitpicks all the characters' like secret identities that are comic book confirmed. My favorite ones I hate being his thing on Victor Von Doom.
What do you mean exactly?
Well, like he keeps pointing out how his name just sounds evil.
Yeah.
When that's his actual name in the comic book. So
yeah, but still, it sounds like he's the bad guy.
Well, yeah, that's the object of the character, I guess. If they gave him an X, I mean, God forbid they give him an X. I mean, like, if you give a character an X in their name, it means they're villains.
But still, after this stream, look up Halle Berry's Razzie acceptance speech. It is hysterical. She even brought like Alex Borstein in, and I made some new lifelong friends. Like Alex Borstein is here. Alex, come on in, who you would know is the voice of Lois Griffin from Family Guy. And she comes up on stage hyperventilating. Halle's like, "Calm down, Mama." But I made some very good
Peter Griffin impression she did.
What's that?
That was a good Peter Griffin impression she did then. Or something. Tim Allen. I don't know.
She's like nodding everything to Halle is saying, and then she kind of looks down at her boobs like, looking up at me. Yeah.
looking up at me.
Yeah.
It's like if your girl took over the mind of a guy, it would just show them looking at their boobs the entire time.
It's like, I want to thank you for telling me I was the best cat.
I don't condone or anything like that. I'm just saying.
It's like she told me I was the best Catwoman she ever saw. Because in Hollywood they lie behind your back, but she was nice enough to lie to my face.
Oh my god.
And but at the end of it, when she was done making all the jokes, she got serious for a moment. And one thing that her mother told her, and this is actually something I wish was plastered on a T-shirt or even on a billboard, because it is so true. Her mother used to tell her, if you can't be a good loser, then there's no way you can be a good winner. If you're not capable of taking criticisms, then you're not worthy of being praised. And I'm like, whoa, that sounds cool. And she told her that she got her start in acting by going to beauty pageants, which is probably another reason why she's up there. Again, her quote, not mine. And the first 3, she just won in a row. Just won them.
Oh, yeah.
But then she was at another pageant, and she was up against this, as she puts it, buxom, blue-eyed Texan.
What the fuck? Guys, I am sorry. The chat... I just hit refresh on my computer and the chat is filled with all these people that are like asking us stuff. Guys, I apologize. Like, I just tried to see if I could have fixed the camera, but it didn't work out well. But like, yeah, there's all these people here. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but you know.
Sorry guys.
I guess people don't. I guess we got some people watching too. I guess people prefer to look at this image instead of our disgusting looking faces. Is that how it works, people? I can't tell. I can't tell.
Yeah,
This is what I call my Tammy Vassal voice. Does it sound good? I think it does. So they sound
anyway,
more like Clink, but you're not.
Nathan No was not a spoiler, because a spoiler involves me telling you what happens at the end of the at the end of the story. So no, it's not spoiler.
Maybe it might be. It could be our spoiler.
But anyway, Hallie was saying that she figured she was going to lose against this Texas girl, and sure enough, she lost. And she remembered what her mother told her, but all she wanted to do was fucking smack the shit out of her. And she wanted to do the same thing to the Razzie people. She said, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stand here graciously. I'm going to take the criticisms, take it as a lesson learned, and I hope to God I never have to see these people again.
Funny thing is, Kevin Smith did something when Dogma came out. Hold on.
If I remember correctly, I think Kevin Smith, Ben Affleck kissed Kevin Smith on stage.
No, here's what happened. Sorry, I'm watching the chat stream on the other side, on my their console to see how it is. I think it's coming to the part right now where it's going to be buffering. We're buffering, like, this stream is doing horribly in connection. Sorry, guys, once again, I don't know what's going on. It might be some issues with my RAM or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, here's something I really wanted to discuss here. You've seen Dogma, right?
Of course.
It's a I won't say it's a good movie. By all means, it's a horrible movie. But, like, the thing was, when it was coming out, there was a lot of people protesting it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
There was... Kevin Smith heard about these guys that were protesting the movie at a premiere, and oh my god, the video is coming online, and it looks like shit.
Our video?
Yeah, I tried to use Facecam, but it didn't. Advertising for the lag. Okay, anyway, because the chat room is way behind on us. Anyway, Kevin Smith heard there was going to be a protest at a theater, and he's like, dude, we should go. And he's like, what? Yeah, we're going to go to this protest. We're going to go out there. We're going to make a couple of signs, have some fun. So they make a sign that says Dogma is dog shit, and they go into the crowd, and one of the protesters sees him. He's like, dude, I don't know if you should write that. He's like, no, we're here to make a statement, you know. And next thing you know, a news reporter comes in, and Kevin's friend is all like, oh no, and he's like, no, this is gonna be great. So the reporter interviews him, and there's a shot of the news network of him being interviewed, protesting the film. Friggin' Kevin Smith, man!
He trolled people.
Kevin Smith is awesome. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Kevin Smith is going to be at Tampa Bay MegaCon, which Evan and I are not sure if we're going to.
Yeah, that's the same time because I got Bruce.
If I were to go, it would probably be for just one day because for me, it all comes down to the lineup. And I have to admit, I want to meet Kevin Smith. I met Jason Mewes at Spooky Empire, and when I did, I had him sign this picture that had it was a shot from Clerks 2. Kitty, get your butthole out of the camera.
Well, dude, no one's gonna see the butthole, so put your cat's butthole pressed against that lens if you want to.
Anyway.
For all we know, your cat's butthole could look like a giant thing of space that says, please work, and Twilight suffocating.
Anyway, Smokey, that is disgusting. I am not going to tell you what she is doing.
Just look at her crotch.
Not exactly.
Okay, Jorgen, go on.
Anyway, it was a scene from Clerks 2 of them standing outside the sign that says "Eat Pussy," and it says, "Oh, we totally do." And whenever I get a picture, Katie, that's still so fucking gross. Whenever I get a picture signed and it has multiple people on it, I kind of stay away from those because now, like, there's this little thing in my head going, great, now I gotta get everyone else in the picture to sign it. It's kind of like this signed picture I have of the Power Rangers.
No one can see it.
Well, when it refreshes, they will. It's got, all 5 of them on there, with the exception of, the original black, yellow, and red. It's replaced by the new ones. Right now, it's signed by Rocky and Tommy, but it still has to be signed by the rest of them because that little twitch and he's going off like, get it finished, do it. But luckily, John Young Bosch is coming to Orlando in November, and we got Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger, coming this month to Florida SuperCon Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. So
I plan on sign a picture as well. Mm-hmm. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is that my name is written on it twice.
Oh shit.
But because it's on a one.
What the fuck? What was that? Justin, your audio feed is gone. Hold on, I'm gonna. You know what? Fuck this. Stay still. Hold on. Fucking had it with this thing. It's like pissing me off. Well, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be. What?
Is that your desktop?
Yeah, I just friggin' switched the speakers. This thing is a piece of garbage. Oh. Shit. Great. Everybody's going to everybody is going to hear that. Everybody's gonna hear the moment where you go like
yeah. Again, people, we're still trying to get a lot of this figured out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like one day my stream's like, you know what, fuck it, you don't pay me enough money and now we're gonna have to do this now.
But anyway, it's doing.
Show you what? I don't have anything to show you. Now the stream is looking. Oh yeah, now the stream health is good. Nice. Now it's bad again. Now it's bad again.
Anyway.
Sure, go on.
The problem is, again, it's written out to me. My name is on it. However, because it's the part that my name is on happens to be white, what I could possibly do is either cover it up with some whiteout, or perhaps maybe just take a paint Sharpie to it and a white paint Sharpie and just kind of go over my name, just for collector's value.
I don't think that will work.
Why not?
Well, it would technically you would be damaging the photo.
if it's covered up with white ink.
Did you research this?
I'm looking into it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
part of the research.
Hey, do you have a picture? Do you have the autograph with you in your room right now?
Yeah, it's right here.
Can you show it to us? Let me see it. Let me see it. Oh my God! Look at all this, guys. You gotta see this. It's cool. You gotta see. He's got everything there. It says it's Morphin Time. It says to Justin. It's all. And there's Rocky. Dude, you are looking at the most. I'm looking at the most greatest autograph I've ever seen in my life. It's just like, it's glistening in my eyes, like as if I'm descending to heaven. As if, I've seen the light, ladies and gentlemen. I have seen the light. Like, I've never before has an autograph made my eyes tear to death. Oh Jesus! I wish you guys could see this beautiful, beautiful creation that Justin got from a convention. Oh yeah, he's giving me the fist pumps to agree with me, like whoop whoop. I know what you're talking about, but you know, it's just the greatest thing. I could not stop raving about it. Oh my God! Holy shit! What the hell am I even talking about right now? What was I? It's a good autograph. It's a good autograph.
What a way to end that segue.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I'm looking into some research and figuring out what I could possibly do. Hopefully, the other two, Billy and whoever the name of the second Yellow Ranger was, I can't think of her name, will also be at this Power Rangers convention in Orlando. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Ranger Stop.
It's Ranger Stop.
And I can get it finished and have this project completed. And if you think Evan having an orgasm over that Power Rangers autograph was fun, you should see my Walking Dead poster.
Okay, let me see the Walking Dead poster.
Okay, here it is.
Oh my God, look at this thing. It's so gorgeous. Oh my God. You guys gotta see how huge this thing is. It's just the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Everybody's on there. Friggin', oh my God. Wait, is that... Oh my God, it says William Shatner's name on it. I didn't even know he was on The Walking Dead. Is this a cameo? Oh my God, it's a cameo. Look at this. Oh my goodness, Norman Reedus, that other guy that was in friggin' Walking Dead. I don't even watch The Walking Dead and I don't know who these people are, but you know, he was gonna be Ghost Rider, but yo, this is even better than the last one. Oh my goodness. There's also a picture of his dick. Not yours, Norman Reedus, says he included a picture of his dick.
Evan fantasizes about it.
I do.
Yes, he does. But for Florida SuperCon, I got to be careful not to go hog wild there because next month I got BronyCon in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And that one I'm looking forward to. But the one thing I'm kind of disappointed with is they don't have any of the main six. Which, I mean, to be fair, they had all four of them last year. And surprisingly, they had a drop in attendance. But honestly, I think it's just because of
the election, which we're not going to go discussion for any more further discussion on.
Well, I'm just saying 2016 was just a bad year.
2016 was an ass. By the way, I should probably say that, speaking of which, if you guys didn't hear the tragic news of the passing of Joan Lee, it's just you know, she...
You might want to tell them who she is.
Okay, Joan Lee was Stan Lee's wife. She passed away, how many days? 3 days ago?
Yeah.
3 days ago, after a successful marriage of 69 years to Stan Lee. I haven't heard, he hasn't tweeted or posted anything about it except for Marvel Comics and everything like that. She did a couple of acting in one of the X-Men movies as Stan Lee's wife, and she also did an anime, like a voiceover for a character in like Spider-Man. But yeah, it's a real tragedy to lose such a person that was part of one of Hollywood's like biggest successful marriages. Or does he live in Hollywood or New York? I can't remember.
They had houses. Like I'm pretty sure they had a house in every state.
Stan Lee? I think he has a normal house.
But yeah, it is definitely tragic. Normally, the husband goes first. I'm surprised that this happened. Not that I'm making a joke or anything, but usually that's what ends up happening. The husband ends up going first. I think it's just because traditionally men were older than the women.
Well, no, I heard it's actually scientifically proven that men die earlier than People, it just went through the part on the stream. I mean, people are probably seeing the part where you start repeating yourself. I had to switch the speakers. Nathan says, "For you, I almost went tone deaf to people named Justin." That was weird.
Anyway, it's very sad, very tragic. Our thoughts and prayers are with Stan and his family.
Yeah.
But anyway, with Florida SuperCon, there is a few people I want to get. One that I think I'm going to have to decline, even though I don't want to, which is Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who.
Oh, crap.
Because, for one thing, my brother got me for my birthday this Doctor Who, I guess you can call it like an encyclopedia. And it came with this pretty cool photo of some of the people who's played the Doctor, some of its supporting characters, and Peter Capaldi is right there in the center. And I would have loved for him to sign it, but his autograph is $120.
Sucks.
Yeah, I mean, David Tennant's was like 100. Stan Lee's was 100. This guy, 120. And with my trip, having to pay for expenses with that, I just don't think I can do it.
Hold on, there actually is a Facebook post. On behalf of Stan Lee, we would like to thank the global community of friends, family, fans, and supporters for all the heartfelt condolences. Stan is doing well and truly appreciates the outpouring of love for Joan, with whom he was lucky enough to spend 7 amazing decades with. Theirs was a story more fantastic and incredible than even Stan himself could devise. Thank you again for your generosity of the spirit in his troubled time. POW Entertainment, art by a guy. Oh, that's beautiful. If you guys go to Stan Lee's Facebook page, you'll see this post, and it has this really beautiful picture of him and his wife.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really cute. What you're looking at is Stan web slinging while holding his bride, and there's a giant heart there. It's a pencil drawing. It's really good. Feel free to check it out.
Yeah, I remember, Evan, you tell when I met Stan Lee last year at Orlando MegaCon.
Yeah.
You made this comment saying Stan Lee will die when he's good and ready.
Yeah, he's just gonna wake up one day and say, "Okay, I'm done here," and then just die. Guys, so yeah, Stan Lee's gonna die when he chooses to die. Stan Lee is awesome.
But Evan, as he said in the last, in a few streams ago, actually, finally met him to get an autograph. I mean, technically it's the second time because we did do a photo op with him last year, but this year he was finally able to get an autograph and the certificate of authenticity. And it's just such a staple to get. I mean, like, value-wise, I don't want to say it's like the next Elvis Presley or something. Yeah, like, even when he does pass, it probably still won't skyrocket because his autograph is out there circulating, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's hit the convention scene very hard. So his autograph is out there. But some of the more rare ones, if I could think of at least one, probably like one rarity that at least Evan and I have, no pun intended.
Rarity's my favorite pony.
What's that?
Rarity's my favorite pony.
I know, but I was going to say Tony Sampson because, as most of you know, he is Eddie from Ed, Edd and Eddy, and he was also Teddy in MLP G2. And he has retired from voice acting, and I managed to find him on Facebook. He accepted my friend request, and we occasionally chit-chat, and he was more than gracious to sign something for me and Evan. I think the last con he did was back in 2009. I was trying to see if I could do some sort of an Ed, Edd and Eddy reunion, but with his new work...
Sorry to interrupt you. You gave us this entire 10-minute long speech last stream.
Well, I want people to answer me. Would they still attend a reunion if I could not get all 3 Eds? If I got 2 Eds and some of the other cast members? Yeah, I would like answers from people.
Sorry you're watching background music, but I'm trying to figure things out. It's like hard for me to do stuff.
But anyway, in other news, Evan and I saw Spider-Man Homecoming.
Can we talk
and it's as good as everyone says it is.
Yeah, it's absolutely marvelous. If you're watching this, just go and see it tomorrow. Just get a ticket tonight and go and see it tomorrow. Skip school. Just call out of work. Go and see it tomorrow.
It is that good. And I was concerned at first because when I first saw this kid in Civil War, I thought he was annoying. But he proved me wrong. Tom Holland proved me wrong, and he was a lot of fun to watch, and so was his fat sidekick.
Yeah, the guy at the desk.
What's that?
The guy with what was it? What did he say? He described himself? He wanted to be the guy in the chair.
Yeah,
the guy in the chair. I'm watching porn.
Yeah.
Kill me.
Yeah, he finally gets a chance to be what he says when he's talking.
Wait, hold on. Spoilers, by the way. If you want to clock out, just clock out.
Okay, but we're not revealing the story. We're just talking about a scene, 2 scenes that happen.
Spoilers. He's Spider-Man. He can do whatever a spider can.
But basically, he has this fat friend of his, and he tells him that he wants to be his chair guy. He's like, well, what do you mean? Like, every superhero always has that one friend that's in a chair at the computer giving you directions.
In other words, he wanted to be his info-chan. Yandere reference.
Yeah. And by, towards the end of the movie, he finally gets to do that. He's, they go to some school dance, and Peter realizes he's got to go be Spider-Man. He rushes to the computer lab, and he gets to be the guy in the chair. And he's sitting in one of those swivel chairs, and he's kind of going back and forth between 2 different computers. And he pushes himself away from a computer, does a 360, and goes, guy in the chair. And then goes into the other computer. But then, suddenly, a chaperone walks in, turns on the light, and goes, "What are you doing?" And he's got this expression of like, "I got nothing else, just go for it." He's like, "I'm watching porn." And I so badly wanted the chaperone to say, "Well, go out there and you can get it for real."
Of course you would. You are a terrible person. But like, like, what else would you say in that situation?
There's like nothing you can say at that point. You might as well go for it.
I like how it's like forcing its way out, like he has no choice.
It's almost like this scene in Seinfeld where George Costanza, the bald dude, he gets busted for having sex with a cleaning lady on his desk at where he was working at the time.
Who was the guy who played Spider-Man Homecoming? Who's Peter?
Tom Holland.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at this guy up real quick because people keep saying. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get a picture of him. People kept saying I got my hair cut recently. If you guys didn't see briefly, people kept saying at work since it came out that I look like him. I'm not
really?
Yeah, everybody kept saying. First they thought I looked like Mark Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk, and now when after I got my hair cut, like right before I got my hair cut, everybody kept saying, "Hey, you look like Peter Parker's Spider-Man." I'm like, what? I mean, granted, I would love to be Peter Parker, but I mean, like, I don't know. Truth be told, I always thought I'd make a great Peter Parker.
Anyway, he has sex with a cleaning lady on his desk, and he is sitting in his boss's office, and he's like, "It has come to my attention that you and the cleaning woman engaged in sexual intercourse in your office," and you can see that like he's thinking of every single thing he could say right now, and goes, "Was that wrong? I didn't know something like that could be frowned upon. I didn't think love was something that people would actually get upset about." Like there's no way out of this. So he just says like, "Oh, that was wrong."
I found a picture of Tom Holland in a Twitter news thing. And it's just him. He looks like kind of like Edward Cullen from Twilight, and he's wearing a black t-shirt and jeans, and in his jeans there's like a Spider-Man mask stuffed in the side of his pants. And he's like pointing at like, "Look at this thing here. Like, look at this image here. Do you see it, people?" Wait, hold on. I'm gonna put on the face cam just swiftly, just so you can see this image. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to Disney. produces Marvel. I don't think they're going to take full control. Okay, I'm going to turn on the face cam just to show you this image of Tom Holland. It's going to lag. I apologize. So yeah, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Oh, this is going to look terrible. This is going to look horrible in the final product. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I think I just came a little.
That is disgusting. Anyway, so the movie, yeah, it really is as good as everyone says, and stay for the ending credit sequences.
I'm not gonna reveal anything.
I failed to see them because the person I was with wanted to leave. Despite the fact he liked the movie too, he didn't really realize that Marvel movies have that tradition of an ending credit sequence.
Well, yeah, you better tell him that next time because if he doesn't remember that, tell him Evan said "fuck you."
But it is definitely a good movie. Go see it. You won't be disappointed.
Yep.
Hopefully he can actually keep hold on to the role longer than Andrew Garfield did, which kind of like. When it comes to the previous two Spider-Man films, as far as portraying the character, I prefer Andrew Garfield. Now, before people start grabbing their torches and pitchforks, whatever. Let me explain here. Now, when it came to Spider-Man the cartoon, the one I remember was the one that aired on Fox Kids, and I remember that Peter Parker being kind of cool. He was kind of slick. He wasn't dorky. He actually had some muscle to him. That's the one I remember. I wasn't really that aware of iteration of the character.
Sorry, the comments are talking about. The comments are like are at the Ed and Eddie thing there, and everybody is agreeing with me by saying yes. We remember the 10-minute long explanation for the reunion. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
Damn it! Give me a fucking answer.
Anyway, go on.
Okay, I need feedback, people.
I'm gonna give you a feedback full of fists if you don't continue what you're talking about Spider-Man.
Anyway, but when it came to Tobey Maguire, I just wasn't that familiar with that interpretation of the character. I just knew the cool guy from the Fox Kids series.
Well, Peter Parker was never cool to begin with, even in the comic book, in the original one.
Again, what I'm saying is the version of Spider-Man that I grew up with was the one that was the cartoon show in Fox Kids.
I actually remember people saying that they didn't like the portrayal of Spider-Man in the cartoon because they said it was like wrong or something, but I could be wrong.
But anyway,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, Raj. I could be very wrong. I'm a wrong guy.
So yes, good movie. Go see it. 5 out of 5. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it stayed to the first ending credit sequence. I'm not going to tell you what there's. I will say there are two. There's going to be one in the middle of the credits, and there's going to be one after the credits. The one after the credits is completely worth it.
It is.
I want to tell you what it is, but I can't. I am not going to dare spoil this. And if Justin, you spoil it, I'm going to kick your ass next time I see you.
Blow me.
Anyway, later. Anyway, what else?
You hear that, everybody? Evan owes me a blowy.
Yeah, sure, why not? Anyway, what was I gonna say? Talking about stuff makes me think of food.
What does?
Talking about stuff makes me think of foods.
Sure it does. Anyway, Evan and the Grand Brony Gala is holding a video game tournament in Orlando next weekend. I will be there. Evan will not. He is actually getting a special visitor. His girlfriend's going to be here.
Oh, yeah. I got to talk about that. My girlfriend's coming over on Tuesday. If you guys haven't followed my love life, I'm actually have been in a long distance relationship for about 6 years now, and I only get to see my girlfriend twice a year. My girlfriend her name's Michelle. I could just, you know what? I could just tell her your last what?
I just gotta go use the bathroom, dude.
Yeah, sure. I'll explain the story to them. Thank you for showing me an image of your hairy leg, despite how glorious and heavenly it looks that the people can't see. Anyway, here we go. Spider-Man's Oracle. Anyway, here's the situation. I've been in a long-distance relationship for about 6 years. I met my girlfriend at my friend's graduation party. She doesn't have a Facebook or a Twitter page. I wish she did, but so I can just tell you her name is Michelle. So the thing is that I only get to see her like twice a year. Half the other times just texting. And my girlfriend is completely the exact opposite of me. She is not nerdy. She's not a fan of anime or cartoons or anything. She basically grew up a robot. She goes to bed early, unlike me, who stays up late in the middle of the night. And you know, it was a hard life. It really was. Like, well, it was hard at first, but now we got it maintained. So yeah, she's coming down on Thursday, staying down for a week, and I'm gonna get to spend some time with her. You know, it's like it's really interesting to see that we've been able to do this because it's a good experience, really is. Yeah. So yeah, the whole thing that we got going on is just we always text each other. We barely call each other, but you know, you could say that's horrible, but you know, it's just what we do. So yeah, next week, because of this, I might not be able to stream, but I'll see what happens. She might just be asleep, and I'll just come in and do it later at night or anything like that. Hopefully, I'll be able to get better video settings. I'll probably practice a little bit there, unless I want to take this over to Facebook. But I can't because Facebook won't use OBS, because OBS is being such a little penis. I'll be sure to do that next time I see there. Well, I guess while he's gone here, I could tell you that what else should I say? Mystery Brony Theater is if you haven't been seeing the images there, we're working on a project. We're working on a new project. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I will say the only means of announcement have been screenshots of what I've been doing, as well as the banner change on Facebook. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything else after that. I will say that for this project, I tried to get Wubcakes involved, and I was so close, but she changed her mind because I needed her for a voice acting role, but the role I got for her, which I felt was perfect for her, she turned it down. So now I got to find a new person to play this character. So I'm not going to tell you who it is, what it's about, or anything like that. But all I can say is that we had a surprise coming up for you guys, and you know, I've just been focusing on that lately. No revealing, though. I'm not going to reveal anything, though. Like I said, if you look at the Mystery Brony Theater's Facebook page, you'll see some cool stuff. Might need to say it'll brighten your day. You know, just brighten the damn image. Well, I'm at the part where I'm showing his face and I'm lagging like crazy. Oh, great. This is nice. This is absolutely gorgeous. I look like a freak.
Anyway, so the movie, yeah, it really is as good as everyone says. And
hey, I'm sorry, it's all blurry.
For the ending credit sequences,
I'm not gonna reveal anything.
I failed to see them.
Oh yeah, I probably should turn this down. Sorry, I'm looking at the thing on the site. There, it's like, you know, I wish I knew what was wrong with this thing. If you guys know anybody who can stream, help me. Like, get me a person so you can tell me what the fuck. I mean, all I can see is a blank stared image of me. I mean, like, am I gonna need to pre-record everything? Justin's still not back. He has a TARDIS pillow. I mean, a TARDIS blanket. There's a book there. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what to say to you guys, but like, you know, it's one of those days. It's just one of those days. You know, one of those days we have to do that thing and that thing and that thing. But you know, after this, I might just stream on Facebook for a little bit, just to talk to everybody, because you know it's huge. I've been having a lot of problems with my social life. I mean, like, I've been actually at a computer most of the time doing this report on this Marx Brothers play called Animal Crackers. And then I've also been editing Hoof Rock, which has been the hardest thing I've edited so far because the episode's going to be 20 minutes long. I'm going to make a killing off it! I mean, it's whenever I go by certain rates. If you want to hire me for video stuff, I do go by rates, and I can tell you my rates. Because I'm a good editor, apparently. Everybody keeps saying I'm good at it, but I don't think I am. I'm just a weird guy who's starting off with editing, and, it's huge. And, I think all the support I get from you guys is just the thing that moves me forward, because, I'm always nervous. I'm actually always a nervous person, because I'm always afraid that, like, my work life and my college life will prevent me from editing, and I don't want to stop editing, so I might need to get a new editor to help me out. And, it's just one of those days where it's really hard for me to do anything about it. It's just, I don't know what to do. It's, like, hard to do. What was it? Oh. Anyway, I was gonna say is that some things are very hard to describe because what is this one say? Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings of using a faster encoding. How do I get a new encoding device? I need to encode stuff. Let me take a look at my thing real quick. What am I going to look up? Encoding? OBS encoding. We're going to talk about encoding stuff. Encoding. No, not PBS. I don't care about fucking PBS. Everybody used to watch PBS where the Teletubbies were like the Citizen Kane of like kid shows. Maybe it was Arthur. You know what? Yeah, it was Arthur. Arthur, he was a thing. I don't know what he was. I always thought he was a bear. What do? I don't know how to do this stuff. It's really hard to understand what I'm doing. And no, you know the story about how Equestria was made. Okay. Justin, please get back on the bed now. I can't hold this note for long. Were you watching the stream in your restroom?
No.
Oh, I saw your phone there. I thought you were doing that.
No, just checking messages.
I see.
Anyway, did you guys miss me?
I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't.
It sounds like Evan did.
Maybe.
That's very sweet of him.
I was talking to him about my love life, that we were working on a new project. I'm not telling him anything after that.
Well, anyway, I am back, your man of the hour, or your DJ, as we'll put it.
Yeah, he's not wearing a shirt.
Another cool news, our friend Brony is driving to Florida right now.
So tweet Brony.
What's that?
Tweet him. Everybody tweet Brony and say, do you love ham sandwiches? Flood his Tumblr page with it. I don't care. Everybody send something to Brony Buck on Twitter. Go to Twitter and type @BronyBuck. Do you like ham sandwiches?
I wouldn't advise that just because he's driving right now. He's in Virginia.
Hey. Okay, I get it. Everybody go to Twitter and type in @BronyBuck and ask him if he likes ham sandwiches.
God damn it, Evan.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Please excuse me, he's drinking gasoline.
Yes, it tastes delicious. But Brony is a dear friend of ours. He's a dear friend of the Galas. He has tried numerous times to move down here successfully, but the last 2 times was in Tampa. But now that he has a stronger network of friends in Orlando, he's going to try Orlando this time. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it works out for him this time, because we need him down here. I know that sounds gay. I don't care. Okay, Evan needs him. I need him.
We want to be able to jack shit.
We want to be able to make various projects together, and like Brony actually plans on making a short film, and it's going to be based off of film fiction. I can't remember which one. And I remember him telling me that he needs a forest-like area. At first, he was going to use a place like someplace in Orlando that our friend Brian knows. But I showed him my dad's place, and because it's a dead-end street, it's not very populated, he thinks that will work better. And it'll give me a chance to work doing a movie set. Like, we've done plays for the gala, but this will be my first short film. He's going to teach me sound.
If he were to teach you sound, that would be good.
Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to showing him my dad's neck of the woods, literally, because my dad lives like right next door to the woods, essentially, and it's just prime for the location that he needs, or for the set that he needs. And for lodging, we'd probably just stay at my place, which is like maybe 20 minutes from my dad's, and this would be a night shoot. So we had to get some equipment and ask the other people on the streets because if they can hear it, because there will be some shouting. We want to see if we can possibly get some sort of battery packs for the filming to power the lights. If not, then we would have to see if we can use my dad's house and just use a really long extension cord.
Yeah, right. I mean, I wish I could join. Like I said, I wish I could join you guys. I just got a lot on my plate right now. Like,
chances are it's not going to be anytime soon, Evan. So you got time.
Well, we'll see what happens. Like, what is the project exactly?
When?
No, what is it exactly? Or can you not reveal that?
Well, I told you it's a short film based off of film fiction.
What fanfic? Okay,
again, I said I don't remember.
I don't know. It depends. Brony's eye for high budget stuff is huge. Like, when he made the Checkmates thing, it took him like 2 years to do it. Because he wanted everything to be so specific.
Well, this is true, but however, he's going to be needing someone else to direct it because he's going to be performing. I'm not going. I know the character he's going to be playing, but I'm not going to reveal it. And just I think going back and forth between performing and directing is going to be too much. So he's going to find someone else to direct.
Well, you mean I could direct? I mean, like I'm a guy that's just.
Oh, look who has time now!
I mean, you said you just said that it's not gonna be anytime soon. If I have the time, I can help direct. I mean, like I've directed stuff before. I did I Am Nerd. If you guys want to see I Am Nerd, my good directing. I mean, like, okay, so my directing was starting on that video because like the main character. Did you ever see that short film I made in Full Sail? I Am Nerd. It's about the kid who wants to challenge the bully to beer pong.
No, that one, no.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a little warning here. If you guys look up I Am Nerd on my YouTube page, you're going to see it, and the directing is not good, namely from the main character, because there's an explanation behind that. Our main character, like, quit the day before production, so we had to get a guy in at the last minute to fill it in. God, okay, Nathan, really, I get it. I get it. Thank you. I don't need you to remind me of this failure. It's really kind of already burned into my skull. I'm just gonna put that in the thing there. Ha ha, very funny. I have to put a little emoji face there to kind of get him to get the hint there. Okay, not use emoji. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I'll do that there. God, this is embarrassing. I feel like one of those things is just that. What was I gonna say? You ever had a?
Something about your directing.
Oh yeah. It was a sad thing because this actor quit on us in the last minute, and this guy who never acted before, I had to like train him on the day before, and his acting is like really stilted most of the time. Like the last line he delivers is like horrible.
So we're talking episode 1 levels of bad.
Yeah. I mean, my directing is not professional, I'm going to say that. Like, I'm kind of good, I'm kind of bad. Like, one of the things I really wanted to experiment with for Mystery Brony Theater was actually doing, recording our lines live one day. Over Skype, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to play off each other. I mean, Zach kind of already built his character as a monotone guy, but, you know, he's the Maud Pie.
Didn't you actually have another name for him?
What, Zach?
Yeah.
No, he's always been Zach.
No, you told me that he was the Kenny of the group or something like that.
No, that was the other guy, the red guy. I forgot his name. The guy that's part of... He was
at least... Parkinski!
Funny thing is that what was I gonna say? Friggin'... Like... Yeah, I'm like, but yeah, like I mostly was known in editing. Like when we were editing it, everybody praised my version because it was of all the different angles I took advantage of. Like there was one shot that we had to do that stayed on the crowd, and it was only in there. It was only like 3 seconds of this shot of the crowd, and no one used it except when the guy's like getting ready to do his next beer pong shot. I cut to that shot of the crowd like so I could see the reaction of the audience and everything. So yeah, I'm really good at using like open scenes and everything like that, and using it and like improvising my editing. I like editing very much, really. That's why I want to see if I can get a job in post-production sometime. I just need a stronger computer, and hopefully, if I get a new job after my girlfriend leaves, I can get a new computer with a better RAM or something like that.
Where would you apply?
I don't know. I might see where I can go. I'm trying to see, like, one of the things I really want to apply to right now I'm looking into is Books A Million. The only things I don't want to work in is something that involves food. I cannot work at a place that involves food. I would probably just... Mainly because I feel like the moment I walk in the building, the whole place would explode.
But why Books A Million? That seems like a downgrade compared to Disney World.
No, if the pay is good, then no. But like, you know, stop trying to go against my idea, man. Man, I'm trying.
Well, I want to make sure you're making the right decision.
Well, I haven't researched anything yet, man. I got to look into more jobs than that. I have to explore. I have to. When it came to applying for jobs, and this is a thing I want to like throw to you guys that are applying for jobs. Don't be afraid to apply to the same place more than once. And also, when you apply for jobs, try to send out at least 3 applications a week. Because when they say on the phone, they saying we'll get back to you. There's a huge possible chance they're not going to get back to you.
What do your parents think?
They think that this is the best thing for me.
Okay, cool. They're behind you. Great.
The only thing that's just worrying me is my college work and balancing work and not having time to work on my own personal stuff and everything like that. Like, if I don't, like, quite literally, if I don't get the work on my personal video work, it's going to mentally kill me. I mean, no, I know. What?
Do you regret going back to college?
I never said that. I don't regret going back to college. By all means, I like challenging myself. I just gotta be a guy that's able to organize his time. Heck, I can even find another editor if I can. I just gotta... What? What's the
Well, for one thing, you probably would have to pay them.
I haven't gotten to that. I was gonna say that I'd have to find an editor that would be willing to help us out online, like someone who wouldn't be able to pay them ask for too much. It's like one of those things where it's just hard to explain. It's like I work hard, man. I just work a lot. You know, I'm a hard worker. And I might mind. I just gotta learn how to pull all-nighters if I need to.
Have you done one before?
I did one almost. I mean, like, it was when I was doing Mystery Brony, I was up to like 3 a.m. and I was just like too tired to continue. Because it was Friday. It was work. I had a migraine that just wouldn't go away. And you know, when you get a migraine, it makes you sleepy.
I don't know if I ever had one. I don't really know the difference between a headache and a migraine.
Okay, a headache is like in your head, but the migraine's like when you feel like the headache has like slipped down behind your eye.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like hard. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, when you look at things like that, it's just like hard to describe. I mean, you think it's something severe, but you know, that's why I'm always nervous about this future. But then again, I was talking to my psychiatrist the other day and he said that the humans are meant to feel anxiety. The whole brain is meant to feel anxiety for the most part. I just feel like mine has been fueled, and you know, I just don't want to stop. It's just like something that'll kill me if I can't.
In other news, while you guys probably won't be able to see it, I finally got a scrapbook for my autographs that I've been keeping in those plastic 8x10 sleeves.
Yeah, I can see it right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's completely encrusted in gold. There are diamonds on it. There are rubies. It's so bright that I'm being blinded. Forget the autograph for The Walking Dead. This is the thing where it's at.
You're such a cocksucker.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm a vegetarian.
The very first what I like about this one is just the fact that it's got a protective PVC cover on each of the photos. The scrapbook I originally had was just like sheets of paper, and I had to get mounds for them, but the pictures didn't stay in them. And plus, there was no protective plastic sleeve over them. So, and I emptied out all of those little plastic sleeves, and now there's like maybe like 3 pages left. No, actually, scratch that. 1 page, 2 sides. That's what's left. One thing that did take up a lot was actually my Saw autograph collection. I have a massive autograph collection from various cast members of the film franchise Saw that I got from Raven Management, who were, at the time, the official licensed dealer of Saw autographs, props, memorabilia, you name it. And each one of them came with a certificate of authenticity. And I wanted to see if I could save some space by putting the autograph and the certificate in the same page, but it wouldn't fit. So it took up 2 pages. And that's, a good deal of the autographs that are in here. Like all the autographs that I want people to really see and admire and look at are on my wall. These are basically a lot of stuff that's known but wouldn't be as well known from mainstream folks or people who are not enrolled in geek culture. Like I have, for example, the Want Kids in here. I got several wrestlers, the Saw folks, as I said, people from Friday the 13th, the magician, the masked magician, William Sawyers, who you might know as Rigby from Regular Show.
That's a funny name.
Mara Wilson, you might know from Matilda.
You got Mara Wilson's autograph?
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh my god, look at this, people. Look at it. She looks beautiful. She is naked. She is completely naked. She is completely naked. Hold on a second. Show it again. Show it again. Show it again. Show it again. She is completely naked right now. I am looking at a topless Mara Wilson. No, I can't believe what I'm looking at. I didn't even know she made nudes. It's the greatest thing ever. I mean, like, hold on, I'll take a picture and put it on Facebook. By the way, I'm streaming this on Facebook also. And they can see the image now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just...
I thought you could do that.
Yeah, I just started live streaming on Facebook to see how it would turn out. So now I'm doing MySTREAMy Brony Theater on this thing in Facebook, only with less visuals.
Interesting. But anyway, yeah, I met Mara Wilson at Con Bravo, I think in 2012, where she was actually with, back when it was good, Channel Awesome.
Back when it was good? No, that was that guy with the glasses at the time.
Well, Doug referred to it as it being half of Channel Awesome was going to be there, so that's why I just refer to it as Channel Awesome. But yeah, and turns out Mara Wilson was going to be there, and I think everybody wanted a showdown between the critic and Mara. And when I met Mara, I said, I told her, like, okay, Mara, I'm going to say something to you, or ask you a question here. Please do not take this serious, but I heard you say something about this in an interview, and I just want you to please indulge me.
What did you ask her?
I noticed you have boobs.
What?
Yeah, when Doug Walker did an episode of Shut Up and Talk with Mara Wilson,
yeah, the
very first thing he said to her is, I noticed you have boobs.
And how did she take it?
She laughed and said that whenever people say to her, like, wow, you've got boobs now, her response is always, well, yes, I do. And I wanted her to give me that response, but she goes, hey, I had to grow up too. which is appropriate. And it is kind of bizarre to think, this is that girl from Matilda. I saw Matilda. I thought it was a good movie. I think I saw all of her films except for Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh yeah, she was in Thomas the Tank. That was the time when that was her last role, I believe.
I think so, yeah. Fairy Godfather, I saw bits and pieces of, and that review was when she made the appearance on the Nostalgia Critic.
No, that wasn't. That wasn't. It was A Simple Wish. It wasn't Fairy Godfather. What the fuck are you talking about? Is that like Marlon Brando as the Godfather and as a fairy? I'm gonna make him up. I'm gonna grant him a wish he can't refuse.
Yes, that one. I remember the name of the character. I couldn't remember the name of the movie.
It's called A Simple Wish.
Well, I couldn't remember that.
Yes, you did. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Because you're an idiot.
No, blow me.
I would love to, but not now. Well, technically nobody can see, but you know.
Anyway, and she is a sweet woman.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, she actually works for a non-for-profit called Public Color, where they actually go and repaint a lot of public schools. Very fantastic work. She recently released a book called Where Am I Now? The title implies what it's about. And I am curious to get the audiobook, actually, because she actually did the narration. And I love it when the author does the narration of their own books, because it's like having them read to you, which is basically what it is.
Yeah.
Like I actually have the Disaster Artist by Greg Sestero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the who played Oh Hi Mark in The Room.
No, Greg Sestero was Mark, not Johnny.
What?
You said he was the guy that said Oh Hi Mark. He's the guy who played Mark. He was the guy that said.
No, basically what I mean is like he played parentheses Oh Hi Mark.
Mark's the guy that doesn't know what sex is.
Yeah. What?
He doesn't know. He didn't know that his wife was coming on to him. He kept saying, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? What is this you're doing to me?"
That's I thought you were referring to Tommy Wiseau making love to Lisa's navel.
Well, nobody in that movie knew how to have sex.
Anyway, yeah, I've lost count of how many times I said anyway, but
because I keep interrupting you.
It's a really interesting read. But speaking of Tommy Wiseau, he is starting to piss me off because there were some fans of The Room who actually made a documentary called Roomful of Spoons. And Tommy has been getting their film shut down from being played at film festivals, and now having it finally shipped out to people's houses. They really couldn't promote it. They couldn't get it to play in film festivals. Doing private screenings, those were hard to do. And now this, because these people actually reveal Tommy's secret. They actually figure out where he's from, his actual name, and frankly, all the other questions that people had about The Room.
Wasn't that a little bit? And the way I'm
what?
seeing it is that just like, you know, did they get permission to make this from him or something like that?
They originally were going to work together to make a movie about this, but Tommy wanted to be about, basically praising him about how good he is.
Yeah, but did they get permission to use this information? Because when it comes to making documentaries, you have to have permission from an original source. You can use from the original guy's life, like full written permission to use the content that you are displaying. Because if you don't, unless it's the guy's like dead.
Let me finish, please. You could call it an unauthorized biography. Biography that's not written by the actual person, it's written by someone else. Those are called unauthorized. They got their lawyers looking into it, but keep in mind that Tommy Wiseau is the same person who tried to get Doug Walker's the Nostalgia Critics review shut down, even though it falls under fair use. Tommy has been abusing the copyright system. He seems to be going after these guys for really no reason, other than the fact that he just doesn't want people to find out that he's a hack.
I think the word you're looking for is just being a horrible person. He doesn't want to be like that guy that knows that he's a terrible director.
despite the fact that we all know. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
In fact, Peter
kinda
New,
like that.
who plays Big Mac in
Yeah.
My Little Pony, actually went to a live screening not too long ago. Now Peter New, he is in fact a legit actor. He's not just a voice actor. He can do live action. And I had to know what he thought of it. He said it was so entertainingly bad.
Like, I made the mistake of watching it on my own one time.
What's that?
Like, I made the mistake of watching it on my own one time, and it was the worst thing I possibly did because I didn't have any friends here. I was in college and I just watched it.
Yeah, it really helps to know what what's it called? The audience participation rituals are.
Yeah, well, I didn't know there was an audience participation ritual until I saw like videos of like screenings of it.
Yeah, and that's when you and I went to one.
Yeah, it was great. It was a fun time. We had happy time.
Yeah. The one key moment I remember you did was actually you got on the floor and made a spoon angel.
Oh yeah, the spoon angel. That was a fun time. I'm also streaming this on Facebook, by the way. So if anybody on Facebook is watching this, please give me something to talk about. In the original stream, I'm actually having a hard time with lag and everything's going crazy. I'm not doing good. I'm a terrible person.
Oh, he's finally here. Evan, do you care to bring in someone else?
Who is it?
My buddy Deverer. He's finally on.
Who?
My friend Deverer that I went to.
What time is it now? It's like 7. It's like 9:17. If you want to, I mean, like, hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Back in a couple of moments. Thank you. Just wait right here, and we'll get this new guy out here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this still image because my web feed is not working. Maybe if I try doing the desktop camera, maybe that might work. Well, then again, it's just going to see you, but, you know, it's just, like, I don't know if it'll work. It's going to look kind of embarrassing, but, you know, I'm just going to have you right there and stop making the faces. So, oh, okay, there you go. You know, I got to be honest here, that OC kind of looks familiar.
He was actually in an episode of A Buck to the Face.
I think so. I don't know.
Sort of. Just said well, okay. Buck to the Face, Rainbow Rocks, actually, yes, and one intro, but that's about it.
Anyway, Justin, sorry to interrupt you. Justin, you want to tell who this guy is?
Yes, this is my buddy Deverer. We met for the first time at Everfree Northwest through Brony, and going to Everfree Northwest was actually his very first convention. And something interesting about him, because we were all at the opening ceremony, and they're asking people, they're pointing to people asking who here has traveled the furthest, and it gets to me and him. I go Florida, and everyone's like, "Ooh, that's so nice." I get a small round of applause. He stands up and goes, "South Korea."
Oh, Jesus.
And,
What?
and yes, he is American born, but you spent the last 3 years in South. Is it South or North Korea?
South, obviously. Come on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, I'm pretty sure if it was North Korea, I don't think North Korea has the internet. That's the problem.
It does, but it's like completely heavily regulated. Anyway,
Every single icon must be replaced with Kim Jong-un's face.
Anyway, let's like cruise or finish.
Sorry.
But one thing that was actually funny was I think it was at their feedback panel that I attended. I mentioned that I've traveled all the way here from Florida and it was worth every penny, and I can hear the guy next to me going like, "Hey, how far did you travel from?" "Ohio, but I got nothing on that South Korea guy." I'm not making that up. I actually heard him say that.
So yeah,
all of us.
we know. Okay, so Dever, your name is Dever.
Deverer, yes, you can just call me Dev for short. Do not ask me how I came up with that name, because even I do not know.
Yeah, I hear you there. So anyway, what kind of content do you do on YouTube?
I'm trying to actually get back into analysis. Like, I actually have some ideas from LOP analysis. I used to do it back in season 4. I tried to do that, but I just quickly burnt out on that and realized, wait, I'm doing the exact thing that I loathe, because I try to be like that more analytical person. Because during that time of MLP, I just personally felt like a lot of analysis was just too opinion-based and too much synoptic reacting, if you know what I mean. It's like, oh, X happened, and here's what I think of it, instead of actually analyzing and telling us why this episode was good and bad. And especially during that time, too, I feel like a lot of people were, too, "Oh my god, stop criticizing the show," and all that.
Yeah, it was during the time when, like, analyzing was, like, brand new and everything like that. I think I probably didn't see that because I think we got away because all we do is just make fun of older generations. So.
Yeah. I believe this, the analysis community, I believe, really got kicking off during the end of Season 2, start of Season 3. This was Season 4, about when I tried doing episodes. So I do have a couple videos on my channel. 2 of them are like really old, but the latest one I did was In Defense of Starlight Glimmer, Season 5, which I'm actually kind of proud of.
Wait, was this like before, when you say In Defense, was this like the time when she was a communist, or when she was reforming?
In Defense, like as in why I think she's actually In Defense of Starlight Glimmer, Season 5, is like, I'm defending her time as a villain, so yes, communist. So Season 5, yes, I'm talking about that time, because I actually want to do a separate video about her Season 6 onward, where she's reformed and all that. So basically the idea of this is I want to be like I don't want to jump straight to fandom, that trope, where I feel like...
Dude, just open the video with "I told you so."
Somewhat, but like I just basically want to be like that guy who defends this one thing that's really hated a lot and offer up a new perspective and all that.
Oh, I
and
can see why you're friends with
I want to
Justin.
do the opposite, where I heavily criticize something I think is overrated or is getting too much praise. Because the thing to me is that analysis is about making sure we look at something as it is and try not to let our personal stances blind us to what's there.
Oh yeah.
And now, of course, I do have my personal stances in there and all that. But however, though, one thing, as my friend Brony told me one time, like, there is a difference between a reviewer and an analysis. He says, and I quote, or paraphrase, I should say, because it's been a while, analysis is review, but review is not analysis.
Analysis review, but review is not analysis. Is that like something from the Tao of Brony or something? I mean, like, it sounds like...
I believe he got it from someone, I can't remember, but the point is, like, I'm aiming in these videos to be, I don't consider myself a full-on analyst, but I want to take a heavily analyst view and look at the actual story elements in there. So, for example, in my video about Starlight Glimmer, I point out how many people feel like, oh, her motivation is so out there and so pitiful, like it ruins her motivation and drive as a villain. Whereas I argue it's the point of that being a terrible reason, and that it makes her into the person who she is today. Because even in the episode, Twilight points out it's not really a compelling reason, but the whole point of Starlight's character, I believe, is to show how the point of Starlight's character is to show how wrong it can be to reject differing opinions and differing people, and you shut themselves out of that. So the idea here is that Starlight's been driven off the path by one little incident, and she's let that snowball into what she is today. Which, if you think about that too, it's like the timeline thing. One little change snowball into such a huge change in the timeline.
In a way, I mean, like, I can see why he became friends with Justin, because he does pretty much the same thing of defending stuff like that. But yeah.
I at one point I even told this to Silverquill when I met him.
Oh, goody.
That I want to actually make a new series called Professor Counterpoint, where I would look at some of the pre-existing arguments about certain things within the fandom and offer a different perspective. And Silverquill said, I want to see it. I love the name. It's very catchy. And I even told one of them to Vincent Tong about Flash Sentry that I'm not going to reveal yet. I want that to be an episode. And he goes, that's awesome. I want to see that now.
It sounds like
I'm not going to spoil anything, but from what Justin has told me, he offers a great perspective, even though I still hate Flash Sentry.
Well,
not as the okay. I'm not gonna go any further there, but so that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Like, for example, one script I have basically done and just refining, and I actually can't really make it because I'm on a 9-year-old Dell laptop, so I can't really use Premiere at the moment.
Oh shit. Using a Premiere on Dell is like trying to like use Windows Movie Maker to make a feature film. It's impossible.
But anyway, I'm getting
wait,
desktop
I'm just curious. I'm sorry. I'm just curious. What version of Premiere do you have on this Dell laptop?
I believe it's CS6.
Oh my god. That's what I got.
That's what's called a fossil.
No, that's actually the most very recent version.
But anyway, some scripts I actually have one of them is that I have basically written out that I just need to refine is In Defense of No Second Prances, because I believe that episode gets a lot of unjust hate for the wrong reasons. And similarly, like I said, I want to do In Defense of Starlight Glimmer Season 6, discussing her time post-Reformation. And then, on the flip side, I want to talk about some Flurry Heart and the Gauntlet of Fire.
An amazing episode that you think is overrated?
Very. I think it's let me put it this way. I think it's the worst Spike episode.
Really?
Yes.
I hated Princess.
Oh, I can't wait to see the comments section on this one.
Honestly, the only Spike episode I hated was Princess Spike, or whatever it was called. I don't know.
I love that. So actually, you see, this is the thing. When I met Brony,
oh god,
around the time I held a lot of unpopular opinions, especially because season 3 is still my least favorite season. Although through hearing Brony's arguments, I have changed my mind a little bit. So I don't hate season 3 now, and I have lightened up on most of the episodes a little bit. Like, for example, Spike at Your Service, I don't really hate anymore, even though I still think it's not really that good of an episode after hearing Brony's perspective. But the idea I want to bring out is I don't want to really necessarily change people's opinions and be an asshole, unlike some people, but I just want to offer up a new perspective.
Help you something there, buddy?
No,
I'm not talking about you.
No, he's talking about me. He's obviously talking about me, so, anyway, go on.
So, the thing I've noticed about the quote-unquote analysis community is that when you look at it, a lot of times we really mistake reviews for analysis and a lot of opinionated pieces for analysis. So, like, for example, Silverquill, for example, I consider him a very analytical person despite his comedy sketches and all that, because he goes into the story details and such, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to go right down to the nitty-gritty and defend these episodes at their objective core and try to show why I think this works or this doesn't work.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'll still throw in my opinions here and there, because I know I can't defend everything with objectivity, because, for example, even I have to admit with Starlight Glimmer that I feel that her the forgiveness part of her redemption was handled poorly, and I can't really defend that.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I just make fun of stuff and make things worse.
Yeah. But just at the moment, like, I'm not really doing anything. Mostly just, like I said, this was my first convention. Like, yeah, where are we talking about Everfree Northwest here?
Well, no, I asked you about what you do and what you did everything there.
Yeah, but anyway, to kind of wrap up this about me, like, I do want to try to get back into analysis. My own thing is like kind of like Justin's counterpoint thing. I came up with it first, though. It's my idea.
You guys should share the series.
For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, we actually did a couple of live streams from our hotel room talking about our experiences in the video game room, because they actually had an old school Atari in there.
Oh yeah.
And so.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the trailer at E3. Atari's coming out with another console.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. And they had the infamous E.T. game there.
Horrible game.
And oh, Lord, trying to play this thing.
There's actually I actually have an unlisted video on my YouTube channel of me playing it, and it glitched out on me and didn't work. Like the moment I called the ship, it beamed me to a hole.
And we kind of talked about what it was like to play this thing, because keep in mind, Atari, that was before any of our generations. Like, sure, I was born in '85, but I didn't start having recollections until I was 4, so I don't consider myself to be a product of the '80s, because the '80s were practically over by then.
I always preferred you a product of the '70s.
Whatever. Anyway, so when we had a chance to play this thing, we were talking about first of all, how to play it, what all those random symbols mean, the best way to play it, and I could not beat it, but then like 45 minutes after I leave, Deb beats the game.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh, yes. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears. Well, not blood, but you get what I mean. Lots of sweat, tears, and frustrations, and swearing later. I actually beat that mofo.
Where you get like, where what? You go around there and then Mexican Elliot comes and takes your M&Ms or something or whatever. That's what he looks. He looks like a Mexican guy.
The end screen is literally just E.T. outside the house with Elliot just going around his house. It's a blue screen, so it's different. It's a blue screen, so you know it's different.
But then it's instantaneously goes back to the title where you get scared, where you get frightened, like jump scared by E.T.'s disgusting face. But no, I actually did like the E.T. the E.T. Atari music. It actually was really cool.
But basically, Deb here actually now has some of the biggest bragging rights in video gaming.
But wait, I'm sorry. I was actually watching E.T. earlier this afternoon, and I brought up a question to Justin. You've seen the movie, obviously, right? E.T. the movie?
Deb?
E.T. the movie? It's been such a long time, I barely remember.
Ah, damn it, never mind then. Anyway, Justin,
I think I saw that when I was like 5 or something like that.
You guys gotta watch more good movies again, come on.
There aren't really that... I want to watch Wonder Woman, I just can't.
Well, yeah, because Spider-Man's kind of beating Wonder Woman right now. In the words of Captain America from Winter Soldier, on your left.
Hey, like I said, I just moved back from South Korea, so it's not like I can't... It's my ability to access the movie theater at the moment.
Yeah.
And 한국에서 살았습니다.
That's what people were waiting for you to speak Korean.
I don't even know. What did you just say? I don't know.
I just said, yes, I lived in Korea. 그리고 한국어를 배웠습니다.
I've actually been wanting to learn. I've actually had ideas of learning.
And that what I just said. And I studied Korean.
Oh yeah.
Now, for all of you who might be curious if this stereotype was true, because I did ask Deb this when I met him, if it's true that in a lot of Asian cultures, whenever they're trying to speak English, they replace the L with an R, so people call it English. And as it turns out, yes, this is actually true.
Well, yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's probably a force of like accent, but
Not accent. Actually, it's the force of the language. Because
Yeah.
in Korean, for example, which is actually based on Chinese for the record.
Oh yeah, of course.
The letter, the consonant for the LR sound is one and the same. So if you have something like rl, the consonant's name is called riol. So at first you're gonna go with the R sound, but you're gonna end with the L sound. But for the most part, they kind of smash them together. So if I say Lucy in English, in Korean, the Konglish as we call it would be Rushi. Rushi, around like something like that.
Well, I can see that there. I mean, like that's what I was saying with the whole thing with with just having it being out there with how it's pronounced. Like, I mean, like I don't take stereotypes like that. I mean, like if you gotta say it like that, you gotta say it like that. It's just like not forced, but
Yeah. And excuse me for a second, I'm just gonna try turning on this fan here because I am in LA and it is hot here.
Yeah, I know. I know it doesn't rain in LA. Anyway,
Let me know if you hear fan feedback.
Don't worry, I was already getting rid of his fan feedback because Justin can't sleep unless he has a fan blowing at him.
Actually, my fan's been off.
Anyway, did Justin tell you about what we do on this web show that we do?
A while ago, yes. Like one of you, he did, but I kind of forgot it.
Okay. You ever heard of the show Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yes.
It's basically that, except it's all we watch the original generation My Little Ponies and just do improv comedy on it. And either people like it because they think, and it started like almost 4 years ago, and people are either watching us because they either A, think we're funny, or B, they think we're so bad that we're actually hilariously bad. That's my theory, at least. But like, yeah, we just do stuff there.
So the latter category would be like Matt Pat.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, like,
We actually did do a Matt Pat joke in the last episode.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
because,
yeah. Where I'm up there and like Zach interrupts me when I say the film theory mantra. Like. Yeah,
because basically the name, like, what was the name of the episode, Evan?
I don't know, like Stand By Me.
Yeah, Stand By Me. The episode had a basically like a court like hearing between kids and at a school, and
I got to be the killer. Basically,
Teddy was accused of stealing a radio.
He was guilty.
And the character, Zach's character, was trying to prove to me that he was in fact guilty.
Oh yeah, like he was innocent in the episode because the radio wasn't stolen; it was just put in Lost and Found. So yeah, mystery solved there. But I reworked the script so we would make it sound like he was guilty of stealing it.
And then suddenly, Evan pops out from underneath the counter and goes, "But hey, that's just a theory. Phil." And then suddenly Zach slams a box and goes like, "No, shut up. Look, I even had t-shirts taken."
I guess
it's a lot of fun, and those t-shirts are still for sale.
Yeah, we still got the Teddy's Guilty shirt out there. It's not gonna be up till at least the end of July, so I believe, yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting just seeing one of the older generations of MLP, because you look at what we got now, it looks so fantastic. You look back at the older ones, go, what?
The animation looks good at first, and then it gets lazier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I'm not really open about being a brony. Like my immediate family knows, my sister knows, but yeah, like I'm slowly opening up more. Like I have my icon on my Skype, my Discord, even in my Steam now. But I never really go around parading, "Hey, I'm a brony, I'm proud of it."
Well, guess what? You just did. You just did on a live stream. I mean, granted, we only got like 3 people viewers.
Anyway, the point is, I've tried, for myself, I always try to really promote those good shows, because like I grew up on things like Courage the Cowardly Dog, original Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, both the original and the new one, Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Lab and all that, and I understand what it's like having quality shows. Like, I can still watch a bunch of them today, and I still get a good laugh.
Oh yeah.
But when you get garbage like Teen Titans Go, the new Powerpuff Girls, and I heard they made a terrible Ben 10 reboot. Not like a new iteration of Ben 10, but taking the original Ben 10 and rebooting it into a Teen Titans Go-esque kind of style.
I don't know. I kind of timed out at Alien Force, so yeah.
Yeah, but I try to always promote good shows because like I said earlier, I don't think I said this earlier, but the reason why I like reviewing and analysis is just like talking about why something's good, why something's bad, and just holding up standards.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
So,
like, go on.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, that was the point of it. I mean, like, you want to just express your opinion through critique. I mean, I recently just did a research paper on this adaptation to Animal Crackers, and I was just saying that I didn't really get it because I didn't really get much of the Marx Brothers comedy, but. You know, it's just a personal thing, in my opinion. It's like more on personal thing and showing what the good or the bad are in that case.
I actually have ambitions maybe of being a journalist myself, though, and entertain. And maybe I show these quote-unquote game journalists how to actually play things like Crash Bandicoot and not comparing them to Dark Souls of all things.
Right. Sorry, Justin, go on.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I just had this thought. Would you say Teen Go, it's kind of the animated version of PewDiePie?
PewDiePie?
Teen Titans Go?
Yeah.
No. Because PewDiePie knows how to actually be serious once in a while.
But if you notice how they're edited, it's kind of like both shows look like they're edited or put together as if you had ADD. As if someone's just kind of jangling keys in front of the camera.
No, that's not how it works. That's just the style of editing, Justin.
Okay. Just a thought. I knew I could be wrong. But anyway.
Justin was wrong about something. Woo! Let this be a historic landmark in this stream today that Justin was wrong. I should change I should change the thumbnail to Justin was wrong in the next one.
Wrong!
Now,
okay, that was terrible.
Another little stream that we did from the hotel room was just about Dev and I just talking about video games and where they're going.
To hell.
And what was interesting about that one is I started off with me and him like lying in bed together. Go, yep, two grown fat men sitting in a bed together.
And one with a constant scowl on his face, like what's his name from Psycho?
Not Norman Bates.
I think Norman Bates.
Norman Bates was the only one that had anything close to a scowl. Well, at least at the end.
At the end. I was just at the perfect angle. It's like if I did the smile, it'd be like the creepy "I'm gonna kill you" smile.
While we're on this subject, can I actually ask a side question here? You've seen Psycho, right? You have seen Psycho, right?
I don't remember when, but yeah.
Which version?
The original, the black and white version.
Oh my god! So, and you're aware of the remake, the terrible remake, right?
Aware of it, never seen it because I knew it was going to be bad.
Justin has seen both versions, and the first version he ever saw was the shot-for-shot remake.
Oh? Why is that a problem?
And which made him actually appreciate Vince Vaughn as Norman Bates.
He has the look.
No, he doesn't. Norman Bates wasn't supposed to have the look of a crazy person. He was supposed to look less suspicious.
Well, guess what? We all knew he was, okay?
No, that was the object. He was not supposed to be suspicious.
Let me...
Okay. I can't even remember now, actually, which one I saw now, that I think about it.
If it was in color, it was the remake.
It's like, let's face it, it's a remake. You know it's coming. You know it's him. Like, don't fool yourself here. Like, at the time, when the first one came out, yeah, sure, no one saw it coming. But now that we know it's a remake, like, okay, yeah, we pretty much know where it's gonna be, where it's heading.
Well, a remake is used to usually introduce new audiences with a modern day approach, Justin.
Well,
that is true.
It's true, but however, let's not kid ourselves here, okay? And not to mention, and I will say this for the guy who made it, it was more of an experiment for him.
Well,
and obviously it didn't work. But at least for me, I knew it was coming. That's all I can really say.
Wait, when you saw the remake, you knew it was coming?
Yes.
That's the problem.
Evan, I already knew beforehand because I saw some countdown of the best horror films, and Psycho was on the list, and
yeah, it is.
They revealed, so I already knew what it was going to be.
It's a good movie. I mean,
that's why I avoid spoilers like the plague for anything. And by the way, do not mention anything about the MOP movie. I'm completely spoiler free for now.
It hasn't come out yet.
Don't mention anything about the trailer.
Okay.
So you don't want me to mention about that thing with the meteor?
Just shut up.
Or the space butt pirates.
Okay, no, you're.
What about the tacos? What about Taco Island? Did you hear anything about Taco Island?
Yeah, it's a joke from Aqua Team Hunger.
Oh!
Gentlemen, behold!
You call this a vacation? No, I call it taco.
I call it taco. Gentlemen, there's a chance.
Again,
this
Justin.
will work.
Justin, it just comes. I was telling Justin in the last stream, we love Aqua Teen Hunger Force to the bottom of our hearts, and every single stream it just always leads to us talking about it.
What's funny though is that Brony grew up with that, so he and I've always made constant references to Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, me too. I actually I'm making this project where I actually have Thespio, the Brony has Thespio in caps lock.
Yeah, we were in the same room together.